Hi, everyone. I'm Marco Gonzalez. Welcome to season 2 of On the Couch Live. It is so great to be back with all of you. So many things have changed since we ended the first season. I had the best time doing 30 interviews, if you can believe it. It went by like that. Now, fast forward to current times, my kids are in homeschool, so I can't really shove them outside like I was during the summer. So if you hear or see kids running around, it's part of all this live activity. You just gotta roll with it. So, but they're on their computers in their rooms. I think they're on a lunch break right now, but you might hear some beeping from our alarm, and it's just part of life at home. I know a lot of you parents, you understand where I'm going with that. We're even decorated already. Look at this right here. I'm pointing. Halloween is already in my house. Can you believe that? Those decorations, the kids just really love Halloween. So I am so excited to speak to today's guest, Shalini Vadhera. She is the definition of success. She's beautiful, she's an entrepreneur, and she has created some of the most successful beauty businesses. And her story is very inspiring, which is why I was so excited to have her on. I've known her for quite some time, and you've seen her on shows like Dr. Oz, The View, The Today Show. She is a celebrity makeup artist turned business beauty mogul. So I'm very excited to talk to her. She is very inspiring, as I mentioned, and I think that we're going to really enjoy what she has to say. So let me wait for a few more of you to join. I'm seeing some waves. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are with me. This is great. And while we wait for Shalini to join, in case you missed any of the episodes that I did for season 1, you can find them in various ways. You can go to the On the Couch Live YouTube channel, and I'd love for you to subscribe there. You can watch the interviews. I also have it on a podcast. You can find it on anywhere, Spotify, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. And I'd love for you to, of course, like it and leave comments and let me know who you'd like to see on the show. So many of the guests that I've had are friends of mine that I've had while being in this business for 20 years. And of course, from some of those contacts, I've met others. So it's really been a fun experience for me. I absolutely love being live, which is why I enjoy being a reporter and an anchor for so many years. It's just a fun way to connect. Well, I see that Shalini has joined, so let me bring her in.
Hey, how are you?
Yes, hey Shalini, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, it's so good to see you. Look at that beautiful background you have there.
Oh, we're living on a lake right now. It's been really nice.
Oh, I love that. Let me just adjust the
I
camera.
love Beauty and the Baker. That's like one of my most favorite shows.
You said, oh, Beauty and the Baker?
Yeah, someone's asking. They're like, the Beauty and the Bakers need to come back. I'm like, oh, I totally got like hooked into that show.
Yeah, Baker and the Beauty was so good. I love talking to all the cast members, but then, of course, how things happen. Things get canceled, and then you're like, wait, I was loving that show.
Got canceled?
It did. After one season,
Oh,
ABC didn't bring it back, so they were hoping to find another home for it. It didn't work out, so
that's so sad. I was like, oh my God, they're getting married.
I know.
I got like totally sucked in.
I know. So many fun twists that were happening towards the end. So I'm just adjusting my camera. You're kind of in the bottom of your camera, so I don't know if you want to move it down.
Well, Mr. Potts, I had Tony come try to help me on the
Yeah.
light, and it didn't work. So you're literally sitting up against my computer right now, and one of the
Oh,
lights is missing. So
oh gosh. Well, I love Tony. Please tell him hi. I've known Tony for 20 years.
I will tell him hello. He's right here. Tony Potts, want to come say hi to your long lost friend?
I don't think he was.
Tony, oh my gosh, look at you. You look great.
So do you, brother? How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Just for people who are watching, I was an intern at Access Hollywood back in 1999, and Tony was hosting at the time, and I've just known him forever. He's like literally one of the greatest. I know, Shalini, you agree.
Well, she married me, so
Yeah, I
maybe
did. Hi, Stella. How are you?
there's that. Yeah, I'll let you go. But no, you're awesome. I mean, the things you did at Access, and then you took off in your career. So
Wait, we were just talking about the Baker and the Beauty. It got canceled.
yeah, there were some problems with it.
No, it was. I loved that show.
I know. I got her sucked into it, but there were some problems with it, you know. But anyway,
Yeah. Well, great seeing you, Tony. Great seeing you, Tony.
You too. Bye, guys.
Okay.
See you.
Bye. Bye. So awesome. I love seeing Tony all the time. So I want to also make sure that people who are watching, so many people that follow you are watching, and I want to let them know if they have questions for you or for me, but mostly for you, feel free to ask them during our live. That's the beauty of this medium. We're able to just answer as they come in. And if we don't catch them right away, we'll scroll back and we'll answer them. But
Yes, for
we
sure.
need to be interactive.
I love it. I half the time I love going on live just so I can say hi to everybody.
I know.
Sometimes I'm like, ask me anything.
Yeah, it's a way to just connect with everybody. So quarantine, you're at home, and Shalini, you are such a traveler. How has that been for you, being forced to stay in one place?
I am so sad. I mean, so I've been making local my new global. So doing little like day trips to Solvang, you know, the Danish town. So I get my little Europe fix because usually at this time of year, Tony and I are in Barcelona or we're in the south of France. So it's kind of been like weird to not be doing our tradition of being in Europe in summer or in Rome. So we've been doing like little day trips to Solvang. We went down to Chinatown a couple weeks ago and it was dead. I mean, it was actually it was really sad. I don't know if you've been.
I have.
Really sad to see that like everything was closed.
No.
I'm like, wow, they really took a hit. So, you know, like just little day trip, Santa Barbara, Ojai, you know, things that are close to us that still give you that like feeling that you're traveling, you know, because it's like a new change of scenery. But it's
just
the excitement of getting on a plane and like, you know, smelling that like whatever smell it is in that new destination when you land and just getting overwhelmed. You know, your senses by like the flavors of whatever the city is. I mean, that to me is the best part of travel.
Or there's something about stepping off the plane and whether it's like a humid area, you get hit by that air and you're like, oh, I'm traveling.
Or if it's cold, like when you land in Chicago, you're like, what?
I know. Okay, so I can't wait to talk about you. So many aspects of you are fascinating, inspiring, which is why I was excited to have you on the show for the season premiere of season 2. So I'm very excited about that. So you started early on in your career as a celebrity makeup artist. Who are some of the faces that we would recognize that you worked on?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I started my career working on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. So that's one, right? That was my big break in Hollywood, right? And then I went on and worked on Dancing with the Stars. Tom Bergeron was one of my clients who has the dancing. He actually got me on television. So the entire reason I started on TV was thanks to Tom. But I worked on one of my favorite shows was Hollywood Squares, where literally I was like, am I seriously getting paid to be here? Because, you know, I was working with everyone from Simon Cowell to Alec Baldwin to, you know, I mean, you name it. There was Brad Garrett. I mean, there was like 6 different celebrities a day. And we were shooting 5 shows and we were having like all our meals catered by Spago. We had an on-staff masseuse. Henry Winkler was our executive producer. And I was like, am I seriously getting paid to be here to do this job? Because I'm having the time of my life. So, you know, I've worked with everybody, gosh, from, you know, Sarah Jessica Parker to, you know, like I said, Simon Cowell to you name it. And it's been so much fun.
What a wild ride. Absolutely. So I'm curious, and along with many other people, when did you realize in your life that global beauty was going to be where you wanted your career path?
Well, we just talked about my obsession with travel. So, I mean, I grew up traveling. I grew up in San Diego, but I had family in Kenya and in India. So I spent an entire childhood traveling the world, and I was obsessed with all these flight attendants on Singapore Airlines and whatnot. And so I knew that like the world had all these amazing beauty secrets, but nobody was really talking about, you know, how Indian women have traffic stopping shiny hair is by oiling their hair with coconut oil every day, or, you know, why Brazilian women have these amazing bodies. I mean, they will like literally rub sand while they're laying on the beach and it breaks up all the cellulite. So they've got these incredibly tight, beautiful, you know, bodies. And like Chinese women never age because they're using lots of white and green tea. And so when I went on television, there was only so much we could talk about on like how to do smoky eyes and how to go from office to office party and, you know, all these different beauty tips, but nobody was talking about all these great beauty secrets that you could literally do in your own kitchen.
Yes. And I think that is incredible. I mean, and I love your story that you went to India at the age of 19. Your father sent you and said, okay, start something. And that's where you kind of got those rolling, right?
Yeah, I was a really rebellious teenager, man. So I thought like for sure my parents were like sending me to like marry me off, you know. I cried that entire plane ride because I'm like,
Oh,
God, am I having an arranged marriage? You know, what's going
right.
on? But, you know, it was my dad really wanted me to be an entrepreneur. And much later on in life, my dad was like, I thought you were going to get fired. You're so outspoken. I had to make sure you could take care of yourself. And, but that literally set me on my path to being an entrepreneur. And at that point, like I didn't have, you know, this big fascination for beauty. You know, it was like, here I was in India. Path of least resistance was my uncles were making sweaters. So I started importing surf and golf clothing for the San Diego surf industry. You know, it was like No Fear and Aaron Chang. I was doing these really cool surf sweaters and I hated it.
Uh-huh.
Into
You're
jewelry.
like, that's not true.
Yeah. And then I
Yeah.
started in makeup and you know, I fell in love.
Wow. And I mean, you've seen so many beautiful secrets over the years in different countries. But the interesting thing, too, is that working in this industry, you know, obviously there's lots of successes, which we'll talk about, but also some obstacles that, you know, you've endured over the years being a female in this industry. And I think that those stories are the ones that are tough to hear, but those are so inspiring, at least to many people watching, including myself. I think that's important, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, I'm happy to see that there's this movement for more funding in women's companies. I mean, we've had, I think it's 2% of female founded companies in the US are funded, which is ridiculous. I never met a woman when I was raising my first round of funding. It was always guys. And I was just telling an investor earlier that, you know, a lot of those meetings came with, you want to go on my private jet to Paris, you want to party on my yacht. And I was like, no, actually, I just want to raise my money and do my business that I'm really good at. So, you know, yeah, there are definitely some challenges, you know, being a woman in business. And, you know, but I think it's what makes you stronger too. And it makes you appreciate the other fellow women in business that can support you and that, you know, you want to support each other.
Definitely. And right now in these times, it's all about inclusion and, you know, embracing everybody. And that was also part of your mission, was discovering that there's more than just two skin tones. As you said before, every minute a new skin tone is born. I loved when you said that because it's so true. Think of all the different shades, and your business caters to that.
For sure. I mean, look, we live in the greatest melting pot in the world, whether, you know, our current president wants to acknowledge that or not. I don't know, but we do. We live in a country that is beautiful because of its diversity. And there weren't a lot of, at least when I was growing up and when I, you know, even now, it's still difficult to find colors and products that really match or complement my skin tone. So it was really important for me to have this global citizen pledge that we always created products that were, you know, beautiful and universally appealing no matter what color your skin was, you know, where you were from, what your features looked like. You know, we wanted to know, we wanted you to know that no matter what we did in the brands that I created, that we were creating products, oops, specifically for you. Sorry about that, Mark.
Hey,
Daddy got me off the ring light, so I'm on this other thing. Sorry, guys.
hey, that's part
Trying
of
to figure this out.
we're live. That's okay. Hey, no worries. But your camera, yeah, you need to move up a little bit now.
I gotta move. I gotta reshift all this, you guys. All
No
right.
worries. You look, no, it's fine. It's fine. But anyway, so you were saying though, yeah,
Yeah. So, you know, for us, it's really big, a really big mission. And very, very important in our value system that we're inclusive and we celebrate diversity because, you know, if we're celebrating all these global beauty secrets, we need to be celebrating the women behind them, and that those women come in all shades.
And clearly there was a market for it because it took off. People were like, thank you for finally bringing that. It brings me to Global Goddess Beauty. That was one of your early ventures, if you will. And I mean, a valuation of $21 million in 2 years. What was that experience like?
It was great. I mean, talk about like, you know, anyone out there that wants to start a brand, when you really put your mind to something and you really trust the universe, everything does fall into place. And so we launched immediately with Sephora, QVC, Victoria's Secret, QVC in London, Nordstrom Dillard's, you know, and it was amazing. And we brought all these great secrets to the consumer and really beautiful formulations. And it was a great ride, a really great ride.
And you received many accolades, including, I love this one, Oprah awarded you the coveted Beauty O Award in 2009.
Yeah.
What was that like from somebody that people have way up there? Her opinion really matters when it comes to pretty much any product line. And when you saw that, were you just like, oh my gosh?
There were so many, you know, first, oh my gods, you know, when you're an entrepreneur and you're climbing this like Mount Everest, right? It was like publishing my book, you know, Passport to Beauty, when like I remember going on The View, that
Yes.
my book was number 347,000 on the list. And by that afternoon, my agent called. She's like, you're never going to believe it, but your book's #1 on Amazon and on the Barnes and Noble Health and Beauty list. And I just couldn't believe it. You know, so that was like kind of one of those big, like, oh my God, all that hard work's paid off, you know, and then like winning the Oprah Award just to get the acknowledgement from Oprah that, you know, we had created this amazing product was another big, you know, like, oh my gosh. And then like being named the Miracle Hair Oil by Lucky Magazine. So there was a lot, but you know, just when you think it can get better and you kind of go through the trials and tribulations of being an entrepreneur, you never know what's waiting for you on the other side, you know. And in late 2017, I received the Mahatma Gandhi Award at the House of Lords. And
Oh,
it kind of everything I had done into my career into this one amazing award that then got me the Jewel of India Award from Prime Minister Modi's office. And so, you know, it's fun as an entrepreneur when you're thinking of a concept and you're like, how does that translate into a product? And you
yes.
put something on the market and then, you know, you're acknowledged for the work that you're doing. It's the most amazing feeling in the world.
Can imagine. And let's talk about your book. You have it right there, Passport to Beauty, a bestseller. People who I'm sure a lot of people have it, but explain to people what it's about.
So this is like your travel fix in a book, right? You get to go around the world. You get to learn all these amazing beauty secrets. This has been phenomenal on the shelter at home and lockdown because so many of these beauty secrets you can do in your own kitchen. So, you know, a lot of women couldn't go get their nails done and their nails were like, you know, breaking or they were coming off of gel nails. And like, there's a great secret in here from the Dominican Republic that, you know, those women chop up fresh garlic and put it in a bottle of clear nail polish and it makes their nails harder than acrylic nails. So, you know, like there's a lot of great secret. And then also with COVID, a lot of women are losing their hair, right? I keep getting so many women that are like, my hair is falling out. I don't know what to do. It's the stress of COVID, or I've had COVID. So like one of the side effects is massive hair loss. So going back to the Dominican Republic, taking those garlic cloves and actually putting them in your shampoo, you keep your hair from falling out. So, you know, so this book is literally your trip around the world. It's your guide of like beauty secrets from every country. You know, I've done so many on Dr. Oz and the Doctors. I mean, one of my favorite is the beauty secret of Zimbabwe, where they mash up fresh okra or ladyfingers and they use it on their face, and it's like an injection of water into the skin, plumps up all your fine lines. I mean, you look like you're 10 years younger. It's amazing.
Oh my, wow. And you're always so much fun to watch on those shows. On the View, they show, they just love you. You're just like part of their family. You're super easy breezy,
Thank you.
fun. And some of those home products that people have. I know you're also a big fan of avocados,
Oh
right?
yeah. I mean, come on, I'm a Cali girl, so I love a good, I love guacamole. So, but yeah, avocado is amazing. fact, we just shot a show here that'll be airing this fall.
Cool.
And we talked a lot about how dry it is right now, right? So, you know, avocado with yogurt and a little bit of lemon juice is like, you can use it hair, face, body, anywhere. And it's just gives you like a drink of water, your skin, your hair. It's amazing. The essential fatty acids, you know, you get all this moisture. And then when you add yogurt, you get the lactic acid, which brightens the skin. So, and again, great moisture. So yeah, avocados are awesome.
It's fun when you're on one of those shows and you put it on one of the anchors or the hosts. You're like, here, try this scrub. And they're like, oh, my makeup. And then they're all scrubbed out with like guac or whatever it is. It's so
No, but then like Dr. Orden, he's always, you know, he's always game for everything on the doctors. He's so much fun.
Of course, of course. So wait, you mentioned the show. Can you give us any more about that show before we move on? I want to hear about that.
I can't because it's a secret, but it will be nightly here, and you'll see it in fall. That's all I can say.
Okay, well, hey, that's a good tease. So aside from that, you know, you work with the United Nations, as you mentioned. You're the Global Advisory Council for Impact Leadership 21, and you're very big on empowering women. Obviously, you're a female entrepreneur. We touched on that earlier, but how have people responded to you? Have you had messages from women and girls saying thank you for bringing this to light?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, you know, we have a lot of guys that are probably following us right now, but, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, there's just not enough resources for women to come together. So when you can create a community or, you know, an area where they can get mentorship from each other, they can get like a needs and leads. I mean, that I launched a women's platform called Power Beauty Living that was all about powering up your business, your beauty, and your life. And for me, it's really important because when I was starting my career and my brand, I never met women. I never met women mentors. I never met women that wanted to mentor because they were very competitive. And I'm like, this is weird because the world is abundant and there's enough for all of us. You know, we shouldn't be like ripping each other's legs off. And so I created this specific platform for women to really come together and support each other. And that's when the United Nations contacted me and said, hey, you know, we want you to launch globally here at the UN. And that's exactly what we did. So, you know, for me, that has actually led to a lot more, Marco, of things that I never anticipated I'd be doing. Like, you know, we created a women's group here in LA called Lena, and it was Ladies International Networking Association. It was all these executives from the studios, from Warner Brothers, from Sony Studios, from Fox, you know, that were just like, hey, we need more women to support each other. So we all got together and it became very like Soho House-ish, where, you know, you had to be invited in. And then anyone could ask anything. Like, I mean, I had this chief of staff from Oprah who was in, and she's like, whatever you need, I'm here to help, you know? So it was really getting a group of amazing, like-minded women together. And I think every woman should have that at her disposal. And then that led me to recently in January being named the president of the International Women's Wing for Global Women Empowerment by the NRI Welfare Society in India, the International Congress of India. So, you know, it's interesting. That was always like a goal and just a passion of mine to empower women. And it's turned into something much bigger than that.
I think that is incredible. And you mentioned, I think a lot of guys are unfollowing right now. I don't think so. You know why? Let me tell you why. I think that a female that is powerful, entrepreneur, that's attractive. I think guys love hearing about that. I know I do. I think that is incredible because it's not all about, you know, guys being in control. You know, it's amazing to see women in control. I mean, even right now, look at the #1 song, you know, right now is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion with that song WAP. And who would think that that message is just front and center? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and look at Kamala Harris. I mean, she's just representing all kinds of great, amazing things. You know, being being a minority woman, being a daughter of an immigrant, being able to get to the vice president, you know, position. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I met her a few years ago in Beverly Hills and she was a really nice woman. But yeah, it's great to see women succeed. And, you know, my goal is to have more women support that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that watching you and seeing your journey, you're very visual on your Instagram, which is part of being in the public eye. You want to keep things going. And you're really good about that. And I think that's the beauty of that is you're really good at social media to keep people entertained.
Oh, well, thanks. I don't know if I'm good at it. I mean, it's something, it's kind of that necessary evil, right? I mean, like Instagram, and I hate Instagram. Like, I love it because I get to see like everyone that I know, like what they're doing in their day-to-day life. I hate it because it's part of the business that I'm in, you know. So we have to be on top of posting and engagement, and you know, it takes a lot of time. I mean, I spend probably 1 to 2 hours a day on Instagram, just commenting, replying, you know, really building engagement, you know, talking to everybody, answering, you know, direct messages. And also then, you know, you've got to create the content behind it, which is a lot of work. So, you know, I've got to give a lot of credit to all these content creators out there that do a phenomenal job. But I also find it's a nice escape. I don't know about you, but I love, you know, like right now on Reels, on Instagram Reels, like I'm loving the travel ones.
I know. It's almost like I love the slow motion ones where they show like a balcony and then this dream.
Oh my God. And then the Mediterranean opens up and you're like, oh my God, I want to be there so bad.
It's like inviting, and I get it, like how these influencers really get people to sponsor them because you want to be there. So I'm looking it up, like, where is that?
Exactly, exactly. I mean, it's amazing. And I don't know about you, but I found on this whole COVID quarantine thing, like my best social media success as far as networking with amazing people has been on Twitter.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
I,
who would have known? But like, I have met more people for business and venture capitalists, investors, buyers, other makeup artists, other, you know, beauty enthusiasts. I've met incredible people that want to like get on the phone and talk to you on Twitter. You know,
really? Okay. That's interesting. For me, well,
same
it's been Instagram.
right
It's been,
on.
yeah. For me, it's been Instagram. I have enjoyed this IG live experience. And to be honest with you, I mean, I'm a real estate agent and I did TV before that, but I was like, you know, I want to connect with friends of mine in the business. And I had my phone, I had a little light. I'm like, why not? So I started doing it right when quarantine happened. And I've had fun. Just, it's getting me back to my TV stuff, which I love. And I love the conversation.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I feel like in one sense, I've been busier on this lockdown than I've been. I mean, before I felt like I was so busy, right? Because you're like, I got to go have a lunch and then I'm going to go to an event and then I've got, you know, these meet and greets and I've got to actually work in between all of that. Whereas being here, like all I've been doing is working, but then we've been doing so many like Instagram live. I've been going a lot live in the mornings with India. So
Mm.
really interesting to see like how many people there are like so wanting to start their own business now because of what happened with COVID. You know, there's a lot of interest in like just, you know, how do they become better, you know, whether it's learning a new skill, becoming their own boss, whatever. It's really cool. So, you know, I think it's awesome that you're doing these lives.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm excited about your latest venture, Ready, Set, Jet. Let's talk about it.
Ah, this is so cool. If you guys can see these are the new beauty batons. So this came after I received the Mahatma Gandhi Award. The government of India was like, hey, we really want you to come help the girls. I'm going to sit up again because I keep sliding down my chair.
Where are you?
Live. I'm like, hello.
I don't want to keep interrupting saying, Tony, move up.
This is what I get for asking Tony at 11:52. Can you help me? Because I've been on calls all morning.
Oh my God, no, you look great. You look great. So wait, tell me.
Gotta have fun. So anyways, the government officials in India, what happened was I won this amazing award at the House of Lords in London. And then I went to India for a wedding. 3 months later, I had not been to India in 10 years. So it was my first trip back after 10 years. And then like next thing I know, I'm sitting down with like the Supreme Court, you know, head of Congress, all these ministers, and they're like, we really need you to help our girls in India. So I'm like, okay, well, let me think about what I could do. And I just knew that beauty was a universal language and there was a lot of girls there that needed skills. So I thought, let me put everything I've done to, you know, between the women's platform and brands that I've built and bring something really cool that can scale, you know, globally. Ready, Set, Jets for all those hashtag wanderlusters, everyone that like us that loves to travel, that's on the go. But part of the proceeds go to creating the Ready Set Jet Academy, where we're going to train disenfranchised girls in the slums and villages how to become the next generation of beauty bosses. So we'll train them to become professional makeup artists, beauty content creators. And then we're now, because of COVID and because so many people have been asking how they start their own business, or they want to get into beauty, or they want to be an influencer, we're actually going to be creating our own academy online. So anyone, anywhere can learn these courses and get certified and then go on to become their own boss. So super excited.
That is very exciting. So incredible. So those products, is that like a foundation stick, or what exactly are those products?
Right now, 3. So we've become like the Marie Kondo of beauty.
Okay.
You've simplified your beauty routine, like super, which is like one of the gifts that came out of COVID was like, oh, well, we made it really easy for you. You don't need to sit there and do all these different things. So hold on, let me show you. These are all interchangeable. So you can actually create the baton that you want during the day. So we have like a cleanser and a face balm. So this one's my personal favorite. It's a face balm that you can use like anywhere. Like you can do it around your eyes, on your nails. This one came from a lot of inspiration from the women I used to work with in Amsterdam. These were my producers, and it was so cold there. They would have this one balm, and they'd be like putting it on their lashes, on their brows, you know, up like anywhere they needed it. And I'm like, I have to make one of those. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So we created a multi-use face balm, and then on the other side is a scrub. So if you get like chapped lips, or, you know, you've got to exfoliate the skin, you'll see like this gives like a really good glow to the skin.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have anti-pollution skincare. So golden seaweed, marine fennel, lots of amazing ingredients from the ocean. And they're vegan. So that's one of the batons. The other one is this really cool waterless cleanser that you can use anywhere on the go. It takes everything off. And then this primer. So this is a celebrity makeup artist secret right here.
Oh.
You know, that use purple as a light reflector. So you looks like you've got your own ring light following you around town. So we tinted it purple, and then it's blurring. So it takes like all the appearance of fine lines and pores out completely. So you're ready to go. Yeah. So that's our cleanse and prime. And then this is our #1 selling product. Who knew? This is our contour. So this gets rid of the quarantine 15 that everyone's gained. You can give yourself an amazing cheekbone like right away. See, you just swipe it on and blend it.
There you go.
And it just gives you this like really beautiful, you know, cheek.
Yeah.
And then you've got the highlighter on the other side, which I like to use down the center of my nose for a little bump of shine. And this has the skincare built in. Then you can buy these little add-ons. So the add-ons are all the color. They're like pure pigment. So lip and cheek stains that you can use eyes, cheeks, and lips. You can buy the add-on into any of the skincare. And then you can also customize your own baton. So you could buy just the barrel and buy whatever add-on you want. So it's just really easy beauty. It's got a great mission and purpose behind it. You know, part of the proceeds of every sale go to helping these girls and setting up this academy. And yeah, we want to change the world through beauty.
That's so great. And it's just so compact. That's the whole point of it. I mean, it's easy to use. I mean, that I use, but you know what? A lot of the people watching are going, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love that, you know, and these are great gifts. I think it's great.
They're great for guys and girls. I mean, the skincare is amazing. We have a lot of guys that love actually the primer, believe it or not.
Which one's that? That the purple one?
The purple one.
I mean, you know, I'm going to order that because as I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to move back.
No, it's awesome. I mean, because it just kind of helps to protect the skin, but it blurs everything out. So a lot of guys love it, and they also love the hydrating balm and the scrub. So, you know, it's great just to throw in your bag and go. And it's easy, and it's just, you know, customizable. So you can kind of build throughout the day. It's sustainable packaging, so we're not like putting a lot of plastic out there. And the products are really good for you. So, you know.
You know what? I love the name. The name is so cool. Ready, Set, Jet. It's really fun. People are asking, I just don't want to ignore everybody saying hi. People are saying
Hi,
you're beautiful. We love your energy. Everyone's saying
babe.
hello, waving. You have people that from all over.
I have all kinds of stuff people say to me, so
Oh,
we'll just stick
first
to
off,
hello.
you what?
Jill, how are you?
Are you saying hi to everybody? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. So I'm curious, being, the makeup
Right.
artist for many years, what is the one thing that you're so overseeing? Is it like, for at one point it was the overly plucked eyebrows and then it was the overly drawn lips. Like, is there something that you go, stop doing that?
I think it's the Kardashian like
Oh,
look. I love that. I love watching their show, but I feel like it's just completely lost touch with reality. And there's still something really beautiful about natural beauty and minimalistic beauty,
yeah.
and not having like, inject your ass and everything else around, your lip, I think there's a way to really celebrate beauty without it being too extreme. And so that to me is one of the things that I'd love to see kind of move back a little bit, or just find some kind of center,
I get,
point. Yeah.
I get it. And
It
it's
is.
because those girls, they do put a lot of makeup on, but without all of it, they're beautiful too. So, you can see that both ways. They can just take it all off and they're stunning.
Yeah, like I love watching them, but sometimes like, it's just a lot of work. Like I don't know a lot of women that have that much time to get ready in the morning.
And on your travel, probably going to all of these different countries, there are some beauties out there that have no makeup on. I mean, they're just different locations and they're stunning. That's probably where you see that amazing skin.
Well, especially Europe, like in Paris. I
Oh yeah.
mean, these women talk about like sexy, minimalist, confident beauty. Like they just swipe on red lipstick and they're done. And they look amazing, and they don't count calories. Do you know they actually count sugar? That's what keeps them looking like so slim and their skin looking so amazing. And they're always spraying their face with like these floral waters. So any, pharmacy in Paris, you can buy these like beautiful like apricot waters and peach water and all these amazing waters that you can, just keep your skin super hydrated and beautiful.
Wow, that is really okay. That's a great thing right there. So where can people get these products, the Ready Set Jet? What is the website?
Yeah, it's readysetjetofficial.com. We just launched. So use Change the World for 25% off.
Okay,
And
great.
passportbeauty.com is a brand that, it's been around for a while, and we've got these really cool gemstone products. That's a real tiger eye. So you get the vibration of the stone through beauty, which I'm really big on crystals. I don't know if you guys like crystals, but I love crystals and gemstones. So we decided to integrate that into beauty as well with, essential oil. You can balance your chakras, you can do a facial, you can, just boost your mood. So there's all kinds of fun things.
I'll have to introduce you to my friends who created House of Intuition. Have you,
Ooh.
I love them, Alex and Marlene. They are just great friends of mine, but they have done so much success with House of Intuition, and I'm going to connect you because I know you're going to be obsessed.
I love the name. I'm totally into all that kind of stuff. Like anything on the spiritual crystals, singing bowls, like all of that's meditation. I love that. I love all of it.
Yeah, and right now we all need that. We all need that inspirational, healing power to get us through these times.
Totally. Like anything other than food right now would be awesome.
I know. We keep hearing about those COVID-19. You know what? I mean, hey, it is what it is. We're home with
I'm
the kids. We got drama going on. It's all good. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been so much fun, Shalini. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're able to join me. And I love that Tony's there too. It's like 2 for 1. Uh, I absolutely love that.
I know.
So all of this calms
It
down.
was great.
Yeah.
And I really, I love seeing you. I hope we get to see you soon. Tony and I are hosting the French Riviera Film Festival September 19th.
When is that?
Yeah, so it's September 19th. It's going to be at the Beverly Hilton, since we
Okay.
can't be in Cannes this year. So we're going to actually be in Beverly Hills, but we'll be giving out the awards to all these amazing filmmakers, and we'll get a little bit of a French Riviera fix. So we'll have to like loop you in somehow because it'll be a fun night.
Oh, I would love that. I'm wearing the mask, of course, but I will
Yes,
be
of course.
You gotta just rock the mask now. It's just part of life.
You know what? I don't mind it. I find that I'm like one of the few people where I live wearing a mask, which kind of bugs me. I'm like, put your freaking mask on, but you know.
Yeah. There's something about it that when you have it on. I mean, your eyes are so pretty already. You see these eyes, these kind of
Thank you.
mysterious. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I mean, now's the time to really focus on your eye makeup if you're going to wear a mask.
Yeah, because the
You can do all kinds of things.
lips are.
Exactly. You don't need anything here. You know, you need everything from here up. So, yeah.
Oh, exactly. Well, this has been fun, and I hope we can do it again. And I will see you and Tony soon. I know it.
We would love to see you. And thank you so much for having me on your season premiere. I love it. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Somebody's birthday.
Oh, so mine's not until April. What's going on? Oh, somebody's saying that. Yes. Oh, today is my birthday. Yes, there she is. Ansh. Yep. Okay. Well, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Please stay safe.
Thank you. And it was lovely to see you.
Great seeing you. Bye, Shalini. Bye, Tony.
Bye. Bye, Tony. Tony, that's it. Bye, Tony. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
I love chatting with Shalini. She is so cool, so fun, and so real. Those are the best combos right there. So again, ReadySetJetOfficial.com to check out all of her products. And I thank you for joining me for season 2 premiere of On the Couch Live. I'm Marco Gonzalez, and I'll see you next time right here on the couch. Take care.